guys, welcome. This is a general reading for the collective of Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. How you doing, Capricorn? These readings are generally not date or time specific. Whenever you come upon it, if it speaks to you, it may be your message at that time, but it is a general reading, so it won't resonate for everyone. Just take what does and leave the rest. I do like to let you know what's going on in the cosmos, though, because sometimes that finds its way into the reading energetically. So as of this recording, we've got Mars turned around. So he's been at a standstill, stationing retrograde, and now he's fully turned around October 30th, and he will be on a backwards crawl through the sign of Gemini through the next couple of months, okay? We also had Mercury, I want to say on the 29th, move into Scorpio. So we have the Sun, the Moon, and Mercury all in Scorpio. So lots of emotional, deep emotional exploration of our thoughts, our perceptions. Intense and emotional, deep conversations happen when Mercury's in Scorpio, you know, and matters of the heart because Venus is there and everything being illuminated by the sun. I know. So that's what we got going on. All right, so here we go. I am pulling from Angel Tarot and I'm using it as an oracle just to see what kind of energy is guiding the reading today. The Wheel. Yes, Wheel of Fortune, card number 10. Archangel Michael, a time of positive change. A situation suddenly moves forward. Fortune is on your side. I will say that this, the Wheel of Fortune came through in the morning musing. Yeah, and I even, your oracle was a card that said you were receiving unseen help. And then when the wheel showed up, I said, there's your unseen help. There's something going on behind the scenes, unfolding in divine time and order. So now you're getting it a second time. If you're wondering what I'm talking about, every morning I pull a small little spread for the signs I'm going to do full spreads for later in the day. And I make that available to people who join the channel membership. So there's a link next to the subscribe button that says join. You can click it and just read about what that is all about. I also have offers for the extended readings. So the All Access Pass gives you access to all the extendeds plus every morning musing for all the signs. So there's a link in the description box below that will take you to read about that. But this is your card. Archangel Michael is on your side. The wheel is moving in your favor. Positive change. Things unfolding behind the scenes. Right? You know how you say, oh, the planets must be aligned? Yeah, it's usually Jupiter we're talking about. Okay, so let's see. I love that for you. So let's see what's going on in your connection at this time. Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands, in this particular deck, it looks a little bit more defensive, right? Like a defensive, keep your distance. But sometimes the Seven of Wands, did I say swords? I meant wands. The Seven of Wands is sometimes about, you know, standing up for yourself, standing up for what you believe, holding your ground, standing your ground. And in the challenge position, we have the Emperor. So I kind of think... the Seven of Wands is the present energy. So it talks about where you're at, those of you here watching, regardless of your sign. You could be here as a cross watcher, by the way, and sometimes the messages come through direct for you. Also, if you're new to the channel, welcome. I'll walk you through it as I go. If you enjoy the reading, join us here by subscribing. Don't forget to like. Okay, so this is what's happening at the present time. It reflects your state of mind. But what's the challenge? What's crossing it? The Emperor, divine masculine energy. So this could be about you standing up for yourself with regard to what you want in the connection. That was a theme in the morning musing. Underneath we have the Page of Swords. Pages are messengers. So with the Page of Swords, it's like a message of clarity or truth or some information that's needed. In the morning musing, it was the Page of Pentacles. But I'm feeling that similar energy of looking for some clarity. Had a double hit of the Two of Swords for you this morning, too. In the past, Ten of Swords. Yeah, there was a painful ending. something you might not have seen coming that might have come out of the blue. And now you're kind of like, standing up for yourself, saying, wait a minute, what was that about? Looking for information, looking for messages of truth or clarity. And in your conscious awareness, 5 of Cups, right? The 5 of Cups to me is often about regrets of the past, mistakes of the past, but it's also about grief, sadness, a sense of loss, something that you feel has been lost to you. In this deck, it's interesting how the cups are all stacked up and she's holding one, where in most decks it's like 3 cups knocked over and the 2 of cups behind. So this is sort of interesting because it's almost like she's drinking from the cup of sorrow and regret. I know. In the future, we have the Fool. Okay, so we may be leaping into the unknown, taking a risk, a leap of faith, some new chapter in your life potentially opening up. Message from Spirit is the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is about knights make offers. So the offer is first tangible. You're going to like that, especially if you're here as the Capricorn. And knights, all move at different speeds. The Pentacles is the slowest. The good news is the Knight of Pentacles is intentional, right? They know where they like begin with the end in mind. They plan the trip. They check the route along the way. They want to be very clear-eyed, clear-minded, predictable, reliable, practical, all the abuls. The Knight of Pentacles is something you can take to the bank. So if somebody's coming towards you slowly, that's okay, because when they arrive, what they offer will be something really tangible and substantial. In the hidden energies, we have the 3 of Cups. So that could be looking towards a cause for celebration, reconciliation. This person, especially if you, because of the 10 of Swords, I'm thinking something happened here and you may be in some phase of separation at 3D. I mean, I've got some cards that look like that. So there could be a reconciliation coming in very slowly. And in your hopes and or fears, we have the 9 of Wands. You're on your last legs here, right? You're hanging on for dear life. The 9 of Wands is like sort of the walking wounded, right? And feeling exhausted and like you just don't know if you can go one step further, but you haven't quite given up yet. So there is an energy of perseverance with the 9 of Wands. And then we have the Death card in the outcome position. So the Death card can represent the end of something. So we're either looking at the end of a painful cycle and some kind of transformation that arises out of it. We could be looking at some form of growth and change that comes, but we'll see when we get there. I don't always go to the negative with the Death card. I don't go to the negative with almost any card. Maybe the 5 of Swords. I don't like the 5 of Swords, but you know what I'm saying? Like the Death card to me is the depth of Scorpio, what I was just talking to you about, when things where we have to go deep and we have to search deep and we have to be open to change. We have to be open to growth, and something has to die off so something new can be born into its place. Look at the number on the Fool card, 0. We go back to the Alpha and the Omega, where it's like we're beginning again. Okay, so there's some hope here that there's something new unfolding, but something has to kind of end for that to happen. Could be a behavior, could be a pattern, could be, whatever is going on between you, that is what has to be released, surrendered. 7 of Wands and the Emperor. Okay, and there's the Page of Swords again. So you're kind of coming in here very independently. 9 of Pentacles. The 9 of Pentacles is interesting because it represents a single person in the tarot. But she's doing pretty well for herself. I'm only saying she because it's a feminine figure in the card. It could be a guy. It doesn't matter. This is law of attraction stuff. This is someone who can kind of, manifest things pretty easily with the exception of a lover that stays. And so I feel like there's some kind of curiosity you have going on here with this Page of Swords, some information you seek, and unless or until you get it, you can't move forward. So the Eight of Swords underneath suggests that there's some stuck energy. Could be overthinking, that's part of it. But it also could be like self-doubt. Whatever it is you're finding out, whatever information you're getting may cause you, or that you're seeking, may cause you to second guess yourself or to sort of fall into the trap of self-limiting beliefs. So your one half of you is standing up for yourself and is a little bit defensive in that Seven of Wands pose. And the other half of you underneath is really like, I don't know what to do. I don't have the information that I need. And I said that in the morning musing. I said, there's a piece missing. And I think it's kind of simple because it was the Page of Pentacles there. It's the Page of Swords here. So the pages, right? It's not super complex, but it may just be like hiding in plain sight kind of information. Let's see what we get from the Page of Swords in the unconscious awareness. Tower. Yeah, you don't understand what happened here. Oh my gosh, okay? And we get the Two of Swords here too. Different decks, all the same cards coming out. So the Two of Swords, what I said this morning was, it's an inside job. Like, the answers aren't out there. There is nothing this person's going to tell you. There's nothing out there. It's within. There's information you need, yes, but it's within. And I feel like you're kind of looking for clues as to what the Tower was all about. You want to fix it. If you're here as the Capricorn, that's absolutely your energy. You could be here as a cross watcher, that's fine, but I'm saying Capricornian energy is like very dogged. I am not going to let go. Like a dog with a bone, I'm not going to let go till I fix it, till I figure it out. Zero in on the details, come up with creative solutions to problems. But there's the Two of Swords lurking in the shadows. And the thing is, it's like the answers are within for how to fix whatever it is that you feel might have led to this Tower moment, or the part that you don't understand. Ten of Swords in the past, obviously, a result of the Tower. Strength. Three of Wands. Queen of Pentacles. I think you put on a brave face. I think you put on a brave face. And Three of Wands is interesting because it's like, it's one half manifestation, it's another half anticipation, something you were waiting to return, right? And here with the Queen of Pentacles underneath, it's almost like, I'm just going to stay put. I'm going to take care of me. I'm going to batten down the hatches. I'm going to, get solid. I'm going to, invest in a little self-care. But, putting on your brave face in the face of something that was really painful and that pretty much laid you out. And waiting for that, whatever it was that left you behind or laid you out or wounded you deeply, to return. I know. And I'm saying all that because in your conscious awareness is the Five of Cups. And, drinking from the cup of regret, drinking from the cup of loss, grief, sadness, sorrow, disappointments. Oof. Capricorn. What happened? Okay, yeah, needing is just a kind word, an apology. I think that would go a long way to helping you heal, actually. We got the Five of Cups and the Three of Swords, and there's the little Page of Cups. Like, when is this? There's like, right? Like, when am I going to receive that message from the heart or something sincere that will help me see things clearly, that will help me have that moment of clarity where I can make sense of what it is that happened? I kind of feel like you're clueless here. Like you really don't understand it. So let's look at the Fool in the near future. Yeah. Oh, so beautiful. I feel like you're going to take a leap for love anyway. We've got the Fool with the beautiful energy of the divine feminine. That's the Empress. We have the Star, which is like a dream come true. It's the ultimate, and underneath is the Six of Cups, past life soulmate energy. So I feel like you're keeping hope alive, that you'll have, an opportunity to sort of take that leap and, move forward, turn the page, new chapter. Oh boy. So let's look at the Knight of Pentacles, message from Spirit. Manifesting, Magician, King of Wands, Ace of Cups. Yeah. Spirit's telling you, you've got all the tools you need to call this person in. Be methodical, be deliberate, be cautious. So in this case, you're kind of the Knight of Pentacles. So yeah, you're calling something in here. You're manifesting their return maybe, or this person who you perceive, as the love of your life and the object of your desire. And the Knight of Pentacles is one half a little bit of a message of you go slow, and the other half of the message is let them move at their pace. Yeah, you may both be approaching each other very cautiously. But let's see this Three of Cups in the hidden energies. Yeah. So this person wants to reconcile, and they're sensing your exhaustion. There's that Nine of Wands that I referenced from, where did I reference it from? In Your Hopes and Fears. They sense your exhaustion. They know you're hanging on. They know you have a lot of unanswered questions here, but they are kind of plotting their return. This came through for Scorpio. If you are dealing with a Scorpio or have a lot of Scorpio energy in your chart in the primary placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, we can even say Mercury, because Mercury just came into Scorpio as well. You may want to watch that reading if you haven't already, because the theme that I'm seeing here is this person is planning their return, planning an opportunity for reconciliation, knowing they have, some splaining to do, Lucy, and that things have exhausted you, and that you're kind of running out of steam on your last legs with that Nine of Wands, which I now go to in Your Hopes and or Fears. You're hanging on for a new beginning. You want to close out a very difficult, challenging cycle, a cycle of chaos and conflict and instability and feeling defeated. Look at that. The 2 5s here. Remember I said not my favorite card, but I'm feeling like there's been nothing but agitation and conflict and chaos and sabotage and subterfuge and maybe a little gaslighting thrown in for good measure, and like you're exhausted. I'm saying that because we have the 10 of Swords, we have the Tower, we have the 3 of Swords, we have the 5 of Cups. I've got a lot of stuff here that's showing me that this has been a real difficult cycle in this connection, and you're just hanging on for dear life, hoping that you can kind of close that out and begin a new cycle, right? That would be the wish granted, is a new cycle here with the Fool, a new beginning. But you are on your last legs. The good news is your person knows it. They know it. So let's look at the Death card. Okay. So we have Death, as I said, is Scorpio energy, ruled by Pluto, Lord of the Underworld, but also the planet of transformation. So I'm feeling like you want to talk about all that's gone on. You're looking for some good news here and a passionate return, or maybe even talk about, okay, that's what it is. I think you want to talk about what needs to change. Death card. Remember I said something's got to die off so something new can come into its place. Yeah, no more player in and out kind of stuff. No more, hey, you up, right? None of that. Because with the Page of Wands, sometimes we get a player because they're in it for the minute and they're not really evolved enough to even think about anything else. Other than getting their own needs met, because pages are also youthful energy or less mature energy. The Knights are a little bit more mature, but the Knight of Wands problem is it doesn't think about the end. It doesn't begin with the end in mind like the Knight of Pentacles does. That's why I said when you get an offer from a Knight of Pentacles, it's there to stay. It's something you can take to the bank. This is like comes in the front door, very passionate, very acting on impulse, but doesn't really have a game plan, so they kind of go out the back door, and it becomes like a pattern. It could be in and out, in and out, in and out is the Knight of Wands. So I almost feel like what you want to talk about is how that needs to change. That's what has to die off. Oh my goodness. Because what you really want, what you're trying to manifest is the King who knows what they want. I see it, I want it, I claim it, it's mine, says the King of Wands. And that's the love of your life. And that's what you're looking for. And that's what you're trying to manifest. And Spirit says, let it take its time. Let it take its time. It's happening. Okay, so I hope you feel a little bit better about the Death card. I know whenever it shows up in the outcome position, before we get to the clarifiers, people freak out. Don't ever do that. It's not necessary, because now you see that the message is pretty optimistic. You're looking for this opportunity to kind of, get the information you need first. You've got a decision you need to make, but the answers are within. And then we get to the end and we see what's the answer. Speak it into existence. This has to change. This is what is making it so hard for us, is that we have all this chaos and conflict because you're kind of like, you're coming in half-baked. You're like, there's no, there's a lack of sincerity. B, it's all on impulse. It's in the moment. It serves your needs in the moment, but not mine. I'm looking for a king. You'd be surprised what kind of answer you get when you deal with it that directly. So I'm going to tell you what astrology showed up here, but please know that in the description box below, there's a link in the first sentence to the extended, which is going to be from this person's point of view, this divine masculine, this emperor. And we're going to see how they show up in the reading, and we're going to see what their take is. What's their perspective? What do they think is happening here? Then we're going to look at how they see you, think about you, or feel about you. And then we're going to look at their intentions toward you in the relationship going forward, as well as another card from Spirit to give you some guidance with regard to what comes through in that reading. That's what goes on in these extendeds. So here's who showed up. The Emperor is Aries. That's a card of Mars. I love this deck, by the way. So we've got that. We've got Virgo in the Nine of Pentacles. We have the Tower is more Aries. We have the Strength card is Leo. Queen of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We've got the Fool is Aquarius. The Empress is Taurus and Libra. That's a card of Venus, which is also in Scorpio. We have the Star, which is Aquarius. Magician, Virgo, and Gemini, card of Mercury, which is also now in Scorpio. We've got the King of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. We have the Queen of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. The World, Aquarius, and Capricorn. That's a card of Saturn, lessons learned, cycles ending and beginning. We have the Death card is Scorpio, and we have some Sagittarian energy in the Knight of Wands. That's what I have for you. Please know the wheel is moving in your favor. The link to the extended is below. I'll see you there in a second. Otherwise, bye for now.